Every life-changing transformation begins with a decision that almost nobody wants to make. It isn't quitting your job. It isn't waking up at 5 a.m. It isn't reading more books. It's something far more painful. Because before your life can change, you have to let go of the version of yourself that's keeping you exactly where you are. And that's where most people stop. Setup. We love stories about success. The athlete lifting a trophy. The entrepreneur celebrating a billion-dollar company. The artist standing before a cheering crowd. But what we rarely see is the quiet decision that came long before any of those victories. The decision to leave comfort behind. The decision to disappoint people. The decision to walk away from a life that felt safe but no longer felt right. Every meaningful transformation begins with loss. You lose certainty before you gain confidence. You lose comfort before you gain freedom. You lose who you've always been before you become who you're capable of becoming. Most people aren't held back by a lack of talent. They're held back by the fear of letting go. Conflict. Imagine climbing a mountain while carrying a backpack filled with rocks. At first, you barely notice the weight. You tell yourself it's manageable. You get used to it. But as the climb becomes steeper, every step demands more effort. Eventually, you realize something painful. The mountain isn't your biggest obstacle. The weight you're refusing to put down is. Life works the same way. Old habits, negative beliefs, toxic relationships, fear of failure, fear of judgment, the need to please everyone. Each one is another rock in the backpack. And yet we carry them because they're familiar. Even when they're slowly crushing us. Changing your life isn't just about building new habits. It's about grieving old ones. Think about someone trying to build a healthier future. The challenge isn't learning what to eat. Most people already know. The challenge is saying goodbye to routines that have become emotional comfort. Or consider someone leaving a secure job to pursue a dream. The hardest part isn't starting the business. It's accepting that others may not understand. Transformation asks for sacrifices that nobody applauds at first. There are lonely mornings, quiet doubts. Moments when turning back seems easier than moving forward. And that's why so many people give up. Not because they can't change, but because change feels like losing a part of themselves. Emotional pressure. Here's the truth few people talk about. The version of you that created your current life cannot create your next one. That doesn't mean you're broken. It means growth has a price. Every new chapter demands that an old chapter ends. A confident person once had to let go of insecurity. A disciplined person once had to stop negotiating with excuses. A successful entrepreneur once had to stop identifying as someone who played it safe. Before the world sees your transformation, you experience an identity crisis. And that's terrifying. Because humans naturally cling to what's familiar, even when it makes them unhappy. Psychologists have long observed that lasting change often begins when the pain of staying the same becomes greater than the pain of changing. That moment looks different for everyone. For some, it's waking up one morning and realizing years have passed without pursuing the life they imagined. For others, it's a conversation that can't be forgotten. A missed opportunity. A broken relationship. A health scare. A quiet realization in front of a mirror. In that moment, something shifts. The fear doesn't disappear, but purpose becomes stronger than fear. And that's when real transformation begins. Transformation. The people we admire aren't fearless. They simply stopped waiting to feel ready. They accepted that growth would be uncomfortable. That failure would happen. That criticism was inevitable. And instead of asking, "What if I fail?" they started asking, "What happens if I never try?" That single question has changed countless lives. Because every extraordinary life is built one difficult decision at a time. Not overnight, not all at once, but through consistent choices that align with the person they want to become. One day, you'll have to choose between two versions of yourself. The person who protects comfort, or the person who pursues growth. Both choices come with pain. One is the pain of change. The other is the pain of regret. The difference is that the pain of change fades with time. The pain of regret often grows heavier with every passing year. The people who truly change their lives aren't the luckiest or the most talented. They're the ones willing to pay the emotional price of becoming someone new, because the most painful decision you'll ever make may also be the one that finally sets you free. If this story made you reflect on your own journey, subscribe to The Becoming, where every story is designed to challenge the way you think and inspire the person you're becoming. And if someone in your life is standing at a crossroads, share this video with them. It might be the reminder they need to take that first difficult step. Until the next story, keep becoming.